Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Boom Shakha and I welcome you to my channel. My hair kind of looks like a crazy person's hair today, but that's okay. And I welcome you to my channel and all my videos, and I appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving me in terms of the INFJ stuff. I find that a lot of you guys are resonating with what I'm saying and you're liking all the different things we're speaking about, so I appreciate all the comments and all the love, and I thank you for being on my channel. Today I wanted to speak to you guys about setting boundaries. It's so important to set boundaries, right? Obviously, it's like one of the most important things we can do as an empath, as an individual, as an INFJ. I think INFJs have a very hard time setting boundaries because we have this thing inside of us that says, give more, give more, give more. You can do more. You can do it. You're stronger than them. You have more than them. You need to give more. You need to do more. Blah blah blah. There's this voice inside of my head that always says, "You need to do more. You're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. You're gonna die soon. You need to do more." You know. So always, constantly, this voice is saying, "Do more, do more, do more, do more. Give more, give more, give more, give more." And this voice is not just exclusive to me. I think every INFJ has this voice inside of their head. It might be their parents' voice or it might be their own voice. It does not matter who the voice is of, but it's constantly telling us to give more of ourselves, right? To the point that a lot of us burn out. When I was a child, when I was younger, it was hard for me to set boundaries up because I was afraid that if I set boundaries and if I didn't give more and more and more, either my friends would leave me, or I would be alone, or my parents would leave me, or I would be a bad person somehow, or I wouldn't be a kind person, or I would be taking advantage of the fact that I have all these gifts but I'm not actually using them, or I'd be wasting my life away, or there was a billion reasons that I had in my head that said, you're a bad person, you need to give more, do more, la la, right? And so in my head, I had no boundaries, right? Not only that, but people would come up to me and, they'd ask me to do certain things for them. Like, do this for me. Could you do this for me? And I'd be like, yeah, sure. And another person would come up to me and say, can you do this for me? And I'm like, okay, but I'm already doing this for this other person. But they're like, but can you just do this for me as well? And I'm like, okay, fine. And then people would put more and more and more and more and more work on me, and I'd think to myself, okay, cool, I'm strong, I can do this. I'm strong, I can do this. I'm strong, I can do this, right? But there is obviously a limit to not only our strength, but also a limit to our time, a limit to our energy, and also we need time to ourselves. We need time to recuperate. We need time to rejuvenate. And when we're doing so much work, when we're giving so much of ourselves away, we're not taking time to be with ourselves, to rejuvenate, to recuperate. We're not taking time for ourselves, right? So these boundaries that I'm speaking of, they are not only boundaries for from your end, from not only from your perspective, saying that I need to set boundaries for myself. That I need to take time for myself. I need to take time to do all the things that I need to do. I need to take time to take care of myself. I need to take time for self-care routines. I need to take time for massages and for time with my family and time by myself and time with my loved ones and time with my reading or my hobbies and all that stuff, right? Not only is it that time that you need to take for yourself and you set that boundary for yourself, but more so I wanted to speak to setting boundaries with others, because a lot of times we don't do that. We don't set boundaries with others. People will come up to us and push and push and push and push and ask and ask and ask and ask, and we keep on giving and giving and giving, and we don't set those boundaries saying, back off, don't push at me, don't ask me things over and over again. I've given you enough for today. Leave me alone. I need my time alone, right? And this actually happened to me very recently where an individual in my life kept on messaging me late at night, and I was thinking to myself, okay, you know that I'm sleeping right now. I have told everyone in my life that I fall asleep at 8 p.m. and I wake up at 6 a.m. So you know I'm sleeping. So you're messaging me while I'm sleeping, knowing that I'm going to get up in the morning and see this message and that it's going to irk me because it's the first thing I'm going to see in the morning, and I'm going to start thinking about how I can help you. It really takes away from me, it takes away from my time in the morning, which is my precious time. It takes away from my energy in the morning, which is so precious to me because I'm doing creative work with it. You know it's not the right thing to do. You can message me when you know I'm awake, or you can talk to me directly. We see each other every day. So I got really angry about it. Really, really, really angry because he was pushing into the boundaries that I had set up around me. I had specifically told him not to cross those boundaries, and he stepped over them. Right? And a lot of people will do that. I know that because a lot of people do that with me as well. I set really clear boundaries, and then they'll step over them to see, oh, does she really mean them? or does she really like me? Because if she really likes me, then maybe she'll kind of be loose with boundaries with me, or does she, is she really strict with them, or is she just talking about it, right? She's just bullshitting. And so all the time I have to set boundaries over and over and over again with the same people sometimes, because they're always crossing boundaries. And I realize that there's different reasons people do that. It doesn't matter the reason. I don't care. As long as I know that you're crossing a boundary, I will set it up right away. Stop it. Stop it. Just back off. Don't do that, right? And so I had to do that with this individual. I had to sit down and write a message to this person saying, you know I hate when you do that. You know that I get up in the morning, it's the first message I see. I hate it. I don't like it. Don't message me again at night, especially if it's not important. And do not message me unless it's actually an emergency, especially at night. Just don't message me. I don't like it. Stop doing that. Right? So I sent this message out, and he could literally clearly see the rage and the annoyance and the frustration kind of bubbling up in my message, because I was really, really angry, right? And so don't get me wrong, I felt terrible about sending that message. I felt bad because I felt like, okay, why do I have to say this out loud? Why can't people just get it? I don't message him in the middle of the night saying stupid things, so why does he do that to me? Why did I actually even have to say this? Why can't people just get it? Well, people don't get it, okay? So they don't get it, and we have to tell them what we are feeling. So I did, but I felt angry the whole day, because we didn't speak about it until the end of the day, but I felt angry and upset the whole day, because I was like, why do I have to talk about this stuff? Why can't you just get it? Why can't people in my life just understand? When I've set up clear boundaries, why do they have to step over it over and over again? I got really upset by it, right? Eventually we had a conversation face to face, and he apologized. I was like, just don't do it anymore. Don't need to apologize. No need to grovel. No need to tell me you're sorry. I don't care about all that bullshit. Just don't freaking do it anymore. Just don't message me again, right? And he hasn't since then, thank God. But, it's like up and down. I'm sure eventually he'll forget about it and he'll do it again, and I'll have to reset the boundary and remind him, don't do that again, right? Because it happens over and over again with me, with my friends, because they don't understand that my boundaries are not just randomly set up. They're set in stone. They're not just because, one day I'm like this and the other day I'm not. No, every single day I have these boundaries, and you have to follow them every single day, no matter what the weather looks like, no matter what's going on in the world. My boundaries are my boundaries, right? And so I clearly sent him a message saying that our friendship is going to be over if you keep on doing this bullshit, right? And I'm very clear about my boundaries, because I know that as soon as people start stepping over my boundary, I have this weird thing where I want to give to people. I know that I'm strong. I'm very strong, and I know I have a lot to give. So people will obviously ask and ask and ask, and I will give. And I know that about me. I know that if I don't set up boundaries, I will keep on giving until I get sick. And I have gotten sick several times in the past. I've physically gotten sick because I've burnt myself out, because I've given so much of myself, and people don't get it. And I get sick, and people still ask me for stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm sick. Stop it now. So right now, I've learned that if I don't set up boundaries, even if it's really hard and it makes me really sad and upset to set these boundaries, it's really important. Otherwise, I know I'm going to get sick. I know that'll happen because I do a lot and I give a lot, right? So one of the ways, as I said, is setting out clear boundaries by messaging. Like, I message people, I let them know this is what it is. I don't like it. Don't do it again. Just don't do it again. Don't message me. Don't ask me stupid questions at night. Just don't do it. And if they do it over again, reiterate it. I already spoke to you about it. Please don't do it. And for me, I don't really need more friends. So I've told people over and over again, if you do this again, our friendship is over. And I'm very clear about it, and I don't smile about it. I don't make a joke out of it. I don't laugh about it. And even right now, as you guys can tell, I'm really serious because it's so important to me. It is so important. And I will say to them, if you don't follow my boundaries, if you don't follow what I'm telling you, our friendship is over. Because I don't need more friends, and I don't need your friendship. So if you really don't want to be friends with me anymore, then keep on pushing my boundaries. But if you do, then stop it. And most people will understand at that point that they don't really matter as much to me. They really don't. I have given up millions of people and millions of things because they don't matter to me as much as my boundaries and my energy. Because I know I can always find more friends. I know I can always find more people to hang out with. But I know I cannot find another one of myself. I can't find more energy within myself. And I cannot keep on killing myself over people like this who don't really care about me, right? So I'm not going to do that anymore. So I'm very clear about what I tell people. If you push my boundaries, and my boundaries are very clear, do not contact me on my alone time, when I am resting, when I'm by myself, when I'm balancing myself out. And that is That means morning time. Morning time is precious to me. Everyone knows this. Everyone in my life knows. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I have a very strict routine. I do it, and it's a very important time for me. Do not contact me there. Same thing with when I'm eating. If I'm eating, I don't want to be hearing your bullshit. I don't want to hear you complaining about things. I don't want to hear you crying about things, because that's going to ruin my digestion. It's going to ruin the food that's going into my body, and it's going to ruin my nutrition. Also, I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to see you after I go back home and I'm working on my stuff. I don't want to see people. I don't message them. I don't listen to messages. I don't reply to them. I don't want to talk to them. It's not something that I'm interested in. I'm not interested in people. I'm interested in doing my work. So people know that, and so they don't message me. And if they message me, they know I'm not going to reply to them. And if it's an emergency, then they can contact someone else, because I'm not going to contact them back, right? Makes sense? So I don't know how you guys yourself are with boundaries. I don't know if you guys are very good at setting them. I don't know if you guys are bad at setting them. I have no idea. I know I was terrible at setting them for the longest time. But I hope that you can get some strategies, some tips out of this video that I've done for you guys. I know it's a hard thing to do, and it's very painful for me as well, because I feel like I am being a bad person when I do this. You know, why can't I just give? Why can't I just listen? No. It's very important for us in order to take care of ourselves. It is important. We're not doing this because we want to hurt people. We're doing it because it's important for us, so we can stay bound, so I can have the energy to give tomorrow. Otherwise, if I keep on giving, then I'll get tired. I'll burn myself out, and I won't be able to give anymore for a few weeks, maybe a few months, and that's not good, right? So it's very important that we take that time to rejuvenate and recuperate, and to set those boundaries. Don't contact me at this time, or don't message me at this time, or don't bug me about things while I'm eating, or don't message me early in the morning, or blah, blah, blah. Like, whatever your things are. I don't know what your boundaries are like, but for me, they're very clear. Also, physical boundaries. I've already spoken about how I don't like being touched, and everyone in my life knows that. They don't touch me unless I actually lean in for a hug, or unless they're like, I really need a hug. Can I hug you? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then they can lean in and hug me, right? I hope this makes sense. I hope I've been able to explain myself to you. Maybe I'm coming across as a little bit harsh in this video. I know that sometimes it can seem like that, but it's so important, guys. It's so important for us to have these boundaries. You have no idea how much it's going to improve your life if you're able to set up these boundaries that I'm speaking of, okay? Again, thank you so much for listening. If you guys have any questions, message me anytime, comment below, or I have some contact information in the description below. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.